Hey guys, Sean here. Welcome to Flosstube number 21. I've gotten a bit of progress done the past couple of weeks. I had my first Stitch With Me video that I put out in the weeks between these two videos. My progress kind of slowed down a little bit this week due to some life stuff, which I will talk about. So today we've got progress on some projects, I've got some plans, and I've got a little bit of haul to show, and I've also got some channel update / life stuff to talk about. The channel update stuff is due to the life stuff. So I hope you stick around for that because it does involve some changes to the channel, not bad, just I'm not going away. In fact, I'm probably going to be around a little bit more. But I'll get to that after the stitching. So let's get into the stitching. First of all, my random spins that I did last week, where I spun 4 projects and I was supposed to do 700 stitches on each one of them. I did not get 700. I got close on one, but because of the life stuff that happened this week, that kind of went to the wayside. But I did work on all 4 projects, so I'll share how many stitches I got done on each one of them when I get to them. But let's get into it. The first thing I have to show you is Mermaid from Heaven and Earth Designs, and this is what that one looks like. And I did 200 stitches on this. This was one of my wheel spins. So here is where it's at. And I may get a picture of where it was in here too. But really, I finished off this diagonal and got some more work into this diagonal. Like I said, it was 200 stitches, so it's not a big noticeable difference. So that is Mermaid. Next we have Humble Heart, and I got 161 stitches into this one. This is what this one looks like. And my 161 stitches, if I get a before picture in, my 161 stitches actually are noticeable in this because they kind of completed some confetti stitching in here and brought this down a little bit. So there's a minimal amount of stitches, but it did make an impact to me when I was done with that stitching session. So I was kind of happy with that. I wish I would have got more in on that, but things that I will talk about. Because that I know the number of stitches on that because that was one of the other wheel spins. Next is In This Moment. Heaven and Earth Designs. Jeremy Kettner is the artist on this one. I think I forgot to mention the artist on the other two. I apologize for that. Mermaid is Elena Lorenza, and Humble Heart is, I think that says Cindy Murphy. Yeah, Cindy Matyi, Matyi, Matyi. But here's hopefully where In This Moment was, and I do really want to try and start getting those pictures in there. And here's where I'm at with it. And I got into some completion in this diagonal. Next is the Cryptid Sal, and this one was one of the wheel spins. So I need to unQ snap this for a little bit. I got 417 stitches in on this. And last time, if I was able to get a picture up, I was barely into Nightcrawler. So I got Nightcrawler complete. So I'll try and get in there a little bit. And then I got a start on the frame for the Enfield Horror. So it was nice to work on that one again, and I'll hopefully get some more into that this month. That'll kind of go into the plans talk later. Next up is Cheese Delivery. This is artwork by Chris Dunn, charted by Pain Free Crafts. That's what this one looks like. And here is where I'm at with this. Is the one I almost got there. I almost got to 700 on this one. This was a wheel spin. 618 stitches I got in on this. I'm pretty sure what I got done is I got this diagonal completed here, and I got started into this diagonal. I was hoping to get this light done. You can see yeah. So I was hoping to get this light completed, but I just didn't quite get there. My focus shifted a little bit, and then this week happened. The Outer Frontier is next. And here's what that looks like when it's done. And where I did most of my work on this one was actually down here in this corner. I kind of started playing with working from this corner up. So most of my work was right down here in this corner here. Next is one of the two projects I probably got the most work into. This is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. And hopefully I will get an image in here of what it looked like when you first saw it. And here's where it's at now. Now, if I didn't get that image in, I barely had these houses done. This house was complete. These two houses were missing the inside window stuff. So I got the inside window stuff done. I got all of this ground done, the snake and the skeleton here. And then I have a couple of ghosts to do, a couple of bats, a spider, the rest of the frame, backstitching for some spider webs, and the "We do lie beneath the grass" words to go on this. I'm hoping to get this block done this month. Next is the Hangs Tree. Now this is the piece I did during my Stitch With Me. So here's what that'll look like when it's done. And I forget how many stitches I got in during the Stitch With Me, but I completed this diagonal minus one 310 stitch that I forgot to pull the 310 out when I was pulling out my flosses to be ready to not have to dig into my tubs or, into my cases for the Stitch With Me. So, and those of you who watched the Stitch With Me, I hope you enjoyed it. It was kind of fun to talk about my experience with the Spirit Awards. Only a couple of comments on that video, but I didn't expect a lot of comments on that video. Because hopefully you guys were stitching along with me and not sitting there ready to make a comment. But I don't know how many. I'll get there. Next, I actually did some work on my Super Mario piece. I'll try to get in here. I don't remember what video I showed. I think it was number 19, where I had shown this. Might have been number 20. Don't remember. But I got some really good work done in on this. I got this completed up here. Mario in there. Get a little bit closer there so you can see Mario. And then a lot of the blue that's going to create the shape of Mario too. So here's his other hand over here, and there's going to be a Goomba right here, and then there's going to be like a bush right here, and this is one of his legs, the top of one of his feet, and then right here is going to be one of the pipes, and then it'll continue up with blue up here, and then there'll be another block thing up here and a cloud. But again, I'm kind of shooting to get this one completed, hopefully this month, if not in June, and be done with it. But I've actually been enjoying working on this one. And I have a new start. If you saw my Instagram, I finally started my Mirabilia. Let me grab that. So my Mirabilia is Raven Queen. And I finally started it. It is on 32 count Storm Lugana from Picture This Plus. And just a little meager start up here in the corner. Got to use some silks for the first time. Yeah, it was fun to finally start this one. I don't know how quickly I'll make progress on it. It'll probably just be an every once in a while pickup. But, yeah, it was good to finally get it started. I started it on May 2nd. I started it on Monday night, May 2nd. I just felt like I needed a new start that night. So last but not least, of course, is my Audrey piece. That's what it'll look like when it's done. And I didn't get much work in on this. Just a little bit more in this diagonal here. A little bit of work started on the top of the guitar here, because the guitar is going to go up this way. So a little bit of work in on the top of the guitar. Not a ton of work in on this one. I didn't do a very long stitching session on that. And that is the progress I've made on things. I have 13 minutes in. That's pretty good. I do have some haul. I bought some charts in the Haid sale, in the flash sale that they did. So I got one called Cat Race. Artwork is by Jeff Haney. Can I turn this one? I have my auto rotate off. Let me turn that back on for a second. There we go. There we go. This one's really cool. I like this one. That's going to be fun to do. Probably going to be a lot of confetti, but it's going to be fun. I think that's my only... No, I'll do a couple more before I turn the rotate back off. Okay. Next, I have Dreaming of Being Human, artwork by Dakota Datweiler. This one I mentioned in either the last video, I think it was the last video, that there was one that I learned about, a chart that I learned about like right after the sale ended, that I would have liked to have gotten in the sale. And I saw it on Peace Love Stitch's Instagram. She had purchased it. And, oh crap, I pattern keeper. And I commented on that Instagram post that I wish I'd seen it, and I was going to pick it up in the next sale. And here, crap. This isn't going well. Dang it. Here is that one. I'll give it a second for the color to shift. But yeah, I thought that one was really cool, and I was bummed that the sale was over, because I would have snagged it then. So I snagged it in this one. Next, I have Moth to a Flame. This is one that's been on my wish list for a long time, and I finally picked it up. It is artwork by Kathy Amaral. I think that's what that says. And I just blew that up, didn't I? And this is what that one is. Next is Once Upon a Time. This is the max color version. Artwork by Ann Stokes. And that is just phenomenal. And then I have Oracle of... I'm going to open this. Oracle of Visions, artwork by Ciro Marchetti. Let me see if it... No, it doesn't matter, because it's a perfect square. So, and that is what that one looks like. I don't know how I hadn't run across that one before, because I've looked through all of Ciro Marchetti's work before, and this one I just must have been in the right mood for this one to strike me, but that is fantastic. I love that. So that's the Heaven and Earth design stuff I picked up. I also got an order from 123 Stitch in. I got... I need this one. So I got some flosses, some specialty flosses, Weeks Dye Works stuff, and some Weeks Dye Works, and Classic Color Works, and there's also some Gentle Arts flosses in here that are for certain things. So what I got was the specialty flosses, all the specialty flosses I need for the Blue Flower, or not the Blue Flower, for Moonlight Sampler by the Blue Flower. I still need to get some fabric for this one. I wasn't finding anything. My wife was trying to help me too, because color is not my strong suit. So I was having trouble finding something online, especially with online samples and stuff. So I think I'm just, because the called for is not available. So I think what I'm going to do, there's a LNS up in Fenton, about 45 minutes from me. I think I'm just going to go up there one Saturday and show them the pattern and have them help me pick something for it in a 40 count. Then that one will be ready to go, because I've got everything I need for it, other than the fabric. I also got the floss. No, that's not yet. That order hasn't come yet. So what I got was for one of these charts. I got some Blackbird Designs charts. This month is Blackbird Designs for the Garon Designer Focus Month. And I learned that they have a Beatles Magical Mystery Tour series. So I got some of the charts in that. I'm a big Beatles fan. So I got Blackbird fitting for Blackbird Designs. I got The Long and Winding Road. and I also got Yellow Submarine, and then I also got all of the Gentle Arts. Oh, well, not all of them. Some of them were out, and I have notifications set for them. But I got what I could get on 123 Stitch that was available of the Gentle Arts threads that this calls for. Because I want to do it. I want to try and do it in the Gentle Arts as much as possible. If there's a couple I can't get and I have to do the DMC, then I will. And I also ordered fabric for this as well. So this is going to be a new start this month. I actually just checked the tracking, and the fabric for that, and I also got fabric coming for this. By Barbara Ann Designs, and I also have fabric coming for, and Megan at the Stitching Moon will be happy about this, my Halloween Quaker. So I have fabric coming for that as well. That is all. I ordered all at the same time, but part of the order wasn't available to ship at the same time, so it got shipped several days, maybe 4 or 5 days later. So current tracking says it should be to me by Monday, or today as this video is going out. So those will be in my haul in Flosstube 2020, in Flosstube 22, and some of them will actually probably be started by then, because I'm not going to wait to start them. So that is my haul. That's kind of everything I have to show you, stitchy-wise. My plans, and I'm not going to do another wheel spin thing. My plans for this month is I kind of want to focus on non-full coverage stuff this month. I'm having a really good time working on Super Mario and Halloween and Hawk Run Hollow. So I want to put some focus into my non-full coverage pieces for a little while. And you know, that's all my new starts are going to be non-full coverage. So that's where my focus is going to be this month. I'm still going to do some full coverage work, but my primary stitching is probably going to be non-full coverage. Now, that's the stitching stuff. I'm going to go into some channel update and life update stuff. I'd be happy if you stuck around for it, but I understand if you don't want to. So if you're not going to stick around for it, thanks for making it this far. But I do have some stuff I need to talk about, channel related and due to some life related stuff. I'm not going to edit this. I'm probably going to stumble through this because I'm still working it out, but I'm definitely going to be adding the movie content separate. I'm going to be bumping up the movie content, and it's going to be separate videos from the Flosstube content. I considered starting a new channel for the movie content, and here's why. This week, I got offered a buyout at my company. I work for, I'm not going to state the company. If you follow the news, especially if you follow the news in Michigan, you can probably figure it out by what I'm about to say. But I work for a title insurance company under the umbrella of a mortgage company. That alone is probably enough for some people to figure out where I work. But I don't state company names in what I've never stated company name. I've always tried to keep, even if I realized I was wearing something company related, I took it off, because that's just the other part. That's just not that part of this life. And I don't want to ever be representing them in a video. So, but with interest rates then being on the rise, the refi market is slow right now. So to try to avoid layoffs, they are offering buyouts to certain areas of the business. And after talking to my wife, at this point, I have to make the decision today by 5 as this video is going up. I have to, if I'm going to take it, I have to sign the letter by 5 p.m. on Monday the 9th. And after talking to my wife, I'm about 90 to 95% certain that I'm going to be signing the letter. So my last day of work will be Friday the 13th. So I need the buyout is good enough, and in combination with my wife's income, that will be okay for most of the rest of the year. There's job search assistance involved in it, and I just purchased a bunch of Udemy classes to bump up some of my data skills that I haven't used since I have a degree in data management, but I haven't used most of that degree. Most of the work I do is building reports in Excel. And I don't touch like SQL coding or anything else that was like part of my data management degree. I haven't touched since I had the classes, really. And I haven't kept up with the knowledge and the way technology works. You learn something one day, 5 days later, it's out of date. So I'm going to be in a position where I don't know what I'm going to be able to get. But I think the risk of staying is greater than the risk of taking the buyout. Because if I stay, I more than likely will be moved out of my position into somewhere in the company, wherever the need is. That's not going to necessarily be what I do or where my degree is. My degree focus is probably be in one of the positions in the company that I do not want to be in, that make me miserable. I've done them before. They make me miserable. And I don't want to take that risk I don't really want to take that risk of being miserable. And there's still the potential that they may not be able to avoid layoffs. So there's still the potential that I could possibly get laid off. And if I get laid off, I'm screwed. There's no financial assistance. There's no continuation of health insurance for 6 months. I'm just done working with no help. The buyout will be enough that it will be good for the remainder of the year without too much impact on our finances. So I need to start looking, one, at building up my skills to make me hireable in data management. And two, I need to start looking at other ways, side hustle kind of stuff, to make money, to get some sort of income coming in. In a perfect world, I would be in the position to make content creation my job and just work for myself and make content creation my job. That would be the perfect world, because, and here I talk about all the things I love. And if I could find a way to make the things I love make me money, that would be the perfect world. So I am going to be looking at one kind of side way to make some money and get some income on my side coming in, is ways to monetize what I do here And I will also probably be starting up my WordPress blog again that I haven't touched in over a year, and start building that up. That what I'm going to do is movie review stuff on a blog and try to build a blog up and get some ads going on the blog and try to get some revenue in on a blog. What I want to do here is I want to end up monetizing my channel. I know Google AdSense revenue for the YouTube Partner Program doesn't bring in a lot, and I have the subscriber count to monetize, but I do not have the watch hours yet. So once I'm able to monetize the channel, I want to do that. In the meantime, I'm probably going to be setting up a Patreon, and I'm still working on what the details of that are going to be and what the levels and perks of those levels are going to be. And they are going to include perks for the Flosstube side and the movie side and possibly the book side as well. I'm probably maybe a week or two out from really figuring that out and getting that active. But I wanted to let you guys know, especially the Flosstube right now. Flosstube is my main viewership. Let me know in the comments if you were going to subscribe to a Patreon, like from me, what kind of perks you enjoy, what kind of perks you might be looking for from that. I may set up a buy me a coffee. I know some people do that for a little bit of help with things. And there's other, side hustle stuff that I'm going to be looking at as ways to try and get a little bit of income in while I find something else in the technology world that may take some time. I don't know. They're part of the package is job search assistance and, help with resume building and one-on-one coaching for a few months. So, something may come of that. I don't know. But in the meantime, I'm going to be building up my skills, doing self-learning and building up my skills, and so I can bump up my resume, and we'll see what happens. But my main goal, ultimately, no matter how many years it might take, would be to work for myself doing content creation. So when I say that there's going to be some changes to the channel, I'm not going away. In fact, you're going to see more of me. Flosstube videos might become weekly instead of bi-weekly. I don't know. Stitch with me videos might just get fit in wherever I can instead of 1 week Flosstube, 1 week Stitch with me. I think I might go to weekly on the Flosstube videos, and then the movie content is going to start being separate, where I'm going to start doing movie reviews, Blu-ray hauls, film lists, stuff like that, and try to build up the movie side of this channel. Like I said, I thought about separating that out and starting a second channel just for movie stuff, but then I'm starting from zero, and I gotta build that up to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours from zero. Whereas I already have that in my name here, and I have dipped my toes into that here before, so it makes more sense just to go full on with that more on here. So my original thought of just being a Flosstuber is now out the window, and I'm going to be a Flosstuber and a film tuber and an occasional booktuber. Because I have to be reading to have book content. I'm not reading a ton right now. But I am going to be bumping up definitely the film side of things. So it's been a week. It's been a tough week of trying to figure out what to do. Yeah, because it's not a good situation to be in. And trying to figure out what's the greater risk. Is the greater risk in staying, or is the greater risk in taking the buyout? And right now I feel like the greater risk is in staying, because mortgage rates are going to continue to rise. The refi market, I don't think is gonna. The refi market will rebound. I just don't know that it's going to rebound. At least not probably this summer, while the Fed's trying to battle inflation with raising interest rates. The purchase market is doing fine, but the refi market is slow right now. So that's where things stand. When things were really busy, they hired a bunch of people, and now there's more people than there's work for. Hair bothering me. So that's my situation. That's Ollie talking. And I still have some things to figure out. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to be bumping things up and trying to work towards monetization of the channel. And I'm going to be setting up a Patreon sometime within the month. And I hope some of you will join me there. Right now, I'm thinking one of the things I'm thinking of is possibly a monthly Zoom stitching session, just for that level of Patreon, whatever level of Patreon that is, a monthly Zoom stitching session. With me, obviously not. I don't just set up a Zoom and just let you guys go to town. I'll be there too, but I'm trying to think of Patreon exclusive content I can do to make it worth supporting me on Patreon. So any ideas you guys have in the comments are welcome. It's not a great situation to be in, but we'll figure it out. And I'll land on my feet and hopefully in a better position than I was to start. So that is where things stand. I apologize for the kind of downer aspect of this last part of the video, but that's just been my week. Hopefully you guys have stuck with me through this life and channel update. The movie content is going to be starting very soon. Maybe this week, definitely next week, because I gotta think on that. Let me ask you guys this too. If you haven't turned off the video already, because I was starting to close things off. As far as like the name for a blog, because when I was thinking about separating out the movie side of the channel, I was gonna coincide it with the name of the blog. The blog is still called Eclectic Cove, which was my previous channel name before Lost in Books, Film, and Floss. So I'm gonna rename the blog to something film related, and I've had a couple ideas. Eclectic films, kind of going back to that, keeping with that eclectic line that I've had in the past. And I've also thought of Dreaming in Celluloid. I think Lost in Film I can't use. Lost in Celluloid I could use. Those are just a few options I have right now. So let me know what you think of those in the comments below. I'm kind of like Dreaming in Celluloid, but I wonder, especially in this day and age when most film is digital, if especially younger generations would get that Dreaming in Celluloid as a film blog. So eclectic films kind of sounds good too. So like I said, let me know your thoughts of that in the comments below, and when I get that going, I will share that. Oh, one other thing. I almost forgot, and my wife would kill me if I forgot this. This week, my wife is opening her virtual show that I talked about a couple of videos ago. It's going to be shown on YouTube. I'm going to put in the comments below, I'm going to put a link to the Eventbrite where you can purchase tickets. I'm also going to put a link to the YouTube channel because they're going to be doing some promo stuff on the YouTube channel this week. So please go to the YouTube channel for Secondhand Rose Players. Give them a subscribe, and hopefully see some cool trailer stuff this week. I'm going to be pumping out those links on my social media, on my Twitter and on my Instagram. Hopefully, this week has those links become available. I thought there was going to be a Mother's Day thing today for the YouTube. So far, I haven't been sent a link, so there may be a link to that in the description box below too, to one of the promo videos. But there will definitely be a link to the Eventbrite where you can purchase tickets. It's a pay what you can, suggested donation of $15, but pay what you can. And then the day of the show, you will get sent a link, because it's not going to be a public YouTube broadcast. So you'll get sent a link to the YouTube broadcast of the show, and that link will be active for 24 hours after the show is done. Basically, that link will be good until the broadcast of the next night's show, because they're doing it live. They're not recording the whole thing and just putting out a YouTube link. No, they are getting together in a basement, everybody on the same internet connection, and they are doing it live on YouTube with some filmed segments mixed in and some audience interaction stuff involved too. It's the show is called Eyes to the Stars. It's written by a local playwright here in Michigan, Aaron Osgood. And it's written to be done virtually. So the link for the show that you purchase will be valid for the next 24 hours until the next show happens. It is Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week. So since it's virtual, you don't have to be here in Michigan to see it. And it's going to be on YouTube. So if it's something you're interested in, or you just want to help support my wife, then please hit the Eventbrite, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and check out Eyes to the Stars by Aaron Osgood, featuring my wife. And it's her theater company too. So any of you that can do it, I would appreciate the support on her behalf. So I can't believe I almost forgot that. I got so wrapped up in my woes that I almost forgot to close out the video. I actually meant to mention it and link the Eventbrite a couple weeks ago, because the Eventbrite they created the Eventbrite page so that you could buy tickets like the day before I filmed Flosstube 20, and I meant to put it in the description of that one, and because it was so new, I just forgot. Anyway, so that ends it on a little bit happier a note. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all been getting some great stitching in, and I'll see you all in the next one.